Hi guys, and welcome to the first show I've done. So this is the first show I actually did in college, and what it was is that there was two sections of scripts. One was from Harold Pinter for the caretaker, and the other one was Harold Pinter for the dumbwaiter. It was 2-3 pages long at max for each one. The teacher itself then split us up into different groups, assigned us to different bits. So anyone that was doing the caretaker had the same script. The dumbwaiter, they all had the same script. It was all our own interpretation. So what we had to do, go away, obviously research if we needed to, look a bit more into the characters, etc, etc. For me, I did the lighting, sound and the acting. One thing I found challenging was obviously getting to know the desk itself for the lighting. Sound not so much because I've done it before in secondary. I did actually have help and still do with the lighting and the sound, because I have there's this technician that obviously I work with for an hour on a week. So during the college I'll go an hour earlier. Obviously then he can obviously help me out with anything I need to do, anything get done. So rigging a light, or working on programming a bit more, or just any little bit that I'm not 100% sure on. I can obviously go, oh, could you help me with this? I'd be like, yeah, sure. We use generic lights, so we got some ET Source 4s, par cans. So I had to set out every group and go, this is what they want there. So I've got to program that, and that. Sound, I had to go away, find all the sound effects that they requested. So what I did, went round to each group and asked them simple questions such as, where is it set? Is there anything around you? What can you hear? So basically just to get a more of a general idea of what they actually wanted to achieve and what they wanted for the piece to be like. For my group, for when I did the acting, it went fairly smoothly, I think, because obviously I had to do 2 bits, acting and the lights, which I enjoyed. I didn't run the lights at all for my show. It was more so that I just press go, my lights come on, they didn't change, which they worked fine because it wasn't naturalistic play, and I didn't see the need to actually move or change any light at all for when I was on. If I obviously had to do it again and did the exact same thing, I think I'd probably add a bit more depth to the lighting itself, include a couple more directions of the lights to where they face. So I could have put, obviously we've got 6 to 8 bars of lighting in the little theatre we use, and it has a partition wall that slides on a rail. So you open that up, you open this whole space, allows you to see bigger stage space, and then obviously you can have an auditorium type, so you can have an audience as well as acting. We have 4 speakers, 2 on the back and then 2 on the front nearer towards the audience. We only use the 2 towards the audience for this one because it was a bit overkill otherwise, because they don't need to be massive anyway, and you don't want to drown the actors out at all. But no, so overall I think the performance went absolutely great, loved it, and I'm hoping to use the lights a lot more, which I will do in the future, and play around with it a bit more. And also I was just learning the basics and still getting used to the desk, because with secondary I used a 088 FLX desk, whereas we're using the ETC Ion, which is more so of what I class as a theatre desk, because you've got the actual hard programming that you can do, but also the flexibility still with the 4 scrollers, the Grandmaster dimmer and the dimmer wheel as well. But no, hopefully in the future I will get to use more of the intelligent lighting side and play around with the acting with the angles as well. So have some rear facing lights, side facing, like silhouettes or whatever, really, because I think it'd be more of the effect to go for than I can actually show, and play around and learn and go, oh, I could do this for one of the shows. I do have a surround sound system, which I will start to program and make audios for, so that then I can use it in the theatre of when I do go in that again for another show, that if it needs to be, make a bit more an immersive feel for the audience. But no, that is this show concluded.
Now turn up.